Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the Churchill VII, the Tier 6 British heavy tank. A couple of months ago I brought you the Ace Tanker for the Churchill, the Tier 5, and I said basically what I'm going to say now is I didn't like the Churchills very much. Didn't like any of the tanks at the Churchill at Tier 5, Churchill at Tier 6, and the Black Prince at Tier 7. Didn't like those tanks, so the first time around I just ground through them as quickly as I could. Couldn't wait to get out of them and get into the Caernarvon at Tier 8, which is one of my favourite tanks. So I suppose in the long run, grinding through the Churchills is worth it because I think the Caernarvon is a great tank. And that just leads on to the Conqueror, which is a good tank, and it leads on to the FE215B, which is an amazing tank. But you've got to go through the Churchills to get to them. So I ground through them, didn't bother with Ace Tankers, just wanted to get out of these tanks because I disliked them so much. They're just too slow, I couldn't influence games the way I wanted to in a Churchill. And I found the Churchills were really at their best in a city map, and they were just too situational, didn't like them. But anyway, aced the Churchill at Tier 5, sold it, rebought this tank, needed to get an Ace Tanker in it, and in this particular evening I was platooned with Beyond D, and during the warm-up, when I was picking a tank for this game, I apologized in advance and I said, Beyond D, apologies in advance, this is another tank I want to play tonight, but I haven't got an Ace Tanker in it, that's why I'm going to play it, but you're going to have to carry my ass. And Beyond D said, okay, pick, and I said, yeah, Churchill 7. And all of a sudden, he picked a Churchill 7, and I'm going, what are you doing with a Churchill 7? Why do you have a Churchill 7? And he gave exactly the same excuse. Basically, he started up the British heavy lines, got to the Churchills, and when he got to the Tier 6, he just hated the tank or disliked the tank so much, he just stopped grinding it. He stopped playing British heavies at Tier 6, so he still had a Churchill 7 in his garage. So we both went into this game with our Churchill 7s, tanks we didn't like very much. It's on Muravanka, it's a Tier 7 game, and we're just gonna go. And basically during the warm-up I said, you know what, we're not top tier, but let's just go down the 1-2 lines and let's just keep rolling because it's an open map, we're in Churchills, there's RT on the enemy team, lots of nasty Tier 7 heavy tanks that have no problems penning us. Let's just, can't side scrape, let's just travel down the 1-2 lines and just keep rolling. At least that was the plan. Now, of course, all plans only exist until first contact with the enemy. But this tank is slow, it's sluggish, the gun is not fantastic. 148mm a pen, 140 alpha damage. It is rapid firing, but you got to consider this tank sees Tier 8s, so 148mm of penetration, not very good against most Tier 8s. Premium ammo is quite good, 208mm of penetration, but again you've got that low alpha damage, so it can be quite expensive to fire premium in a Churchill 7. But as I say, I only played a handful of games in this tank since rebuying it, because once again I just disliked the tank so much I kept avoiding playing it. But thankfully this was the Ace, and we're just rolling forward. Now, one thing that the Churchill is very good at, most British tanks are very good at, are shooting on the move. Slow moving tanks like the TOG, the Churchills, the British TDs, they're very good at shooting on the move because they're slow. So I've done my first damage, we're just rolling forward, but it turns out that the enemy have sent a lot of tanks down here, so the idea of just rolling forward and continuing to roll forward... Oh, KV-85 blocks me. Probably my fault. He thought I was going to drive around that corner, but I'm not that silly. 2 V-39s in the distance. But as I say, the plan was to keep rolling forward, and now it's been stopped because those V-39s hurt. There's a KV-3 that's pushed up into the middle. First shot went into the gun mantlet of the M6, but aiming more carefully at the weak spots. That one goes slow. I'm trying not to kill this KV-85 who keeps poking. Don't have much to shoot at, but again, I don't know. A lot of players' complete lack of awareness. If there's a tank pre-aiming on a corner, waiting there, don't drive out in front of them. Well, you can, but it's either lack of awareness or simply just being a little bit of a douche if you do know what you're doing. But we're just poking, we're taking shots. Ooh, M6, can we track him? And no, we can't track him because the Churchill just doesn't have the alpha damage. Low alpha damage, difficult to track tanks. Now, once you do track them, you can keep them in place with that rate of fire. But Beyond's had enough. he's just going to roll forward, and I'm going to try and support him. And unfortunately, RT hits him. AT2 hits him. He's just lost half his health. He's getting shot in the side by the M6, so I take out the M6. He's on 460 hit points. And he's going to take another big hit from the KV3. So I say, I'm going to take the hit for you, Beyond. You're already on half health. So I've driven in front of Beyond, saving him from the KV3. And there we go. I need Beyond to stay alive, so I take out the KV3 for kill number 2. And there you go. The gun is quite accurate if you're not taking snapshots. But I've just taken my first damage. So I'm angled, trying to penetrate the VK's turret. Oh, and I don't need to. Beyond takes him out, so... Beyond's... yeah, he's lost quite a lot of health. I still have a lot of health, so I decide to go first. See what's up around this corner. We know that they've got 2 Arl V39s. I had a green reticule on the lower glacis. Unfortunately, my driver's been taken out, but trying to get shots in. And thankfully, my team take him out. So we're just continuing to roll forward. I'm on 1660 damage. 2 kills, 2 Arl V39s to my left. Beyond's in front. Now, don't know if that's wise. I think during this game I actually said let me go in front, but Beyond's taken a hit. He's down to 79 hit points, and this V39 is hidden. And then he gets taken out by a KV-85, and that KV-85 is in the trees directly in front of Beyond. He tells me there's a KV-85 directly in front. So instead of going forward, what I actually do is I reverse to try and use Beyond's wreck as cover, but then decide to move forward. So we need to take out the KV-85 before dealing with the Arls. And we set him on fire. So there's kill number 3. So V39's coming up. And you can see that, yeah, the gun can be quite accurate. As long as you fully aim it. So these V39s are behind cover now. They're behind the slope, so that means I'm taking this opportunity to advance without being spotted. So as long as they stay in that dip, they're not going to see me coming. And RT's not going to be aiming at me. So we'll just advance. See if we can do a little bit more damage, get another couple of kills. This game is pretty much over. The score is 10-6. Our team are advancing up the 9-0 lines. The only regret I have in this game is that the TOG 2 on the enemy team hadn't come this flank. But we're moving up. I know both Arls are there. One gets taken out, just one left. And a miss shot on the move, and it misses. So we take him out. Eventually. There we go. Enemy RT or friendly RT. I don't know who that was. If it was friendly RT, it was a stupid shot. But anyway, game is over. Only 2 tanks left on the enemy team. It's just a question of whether or not I'm going to get any more damage out of this. So I was kind of feeling good about this at this point in the game. I was thinking, yeah, 2,322 damage. This could potentially be an ace. Do want some more damage though, so we get a shot on the move. As I say, the Churchill, one strength it does have is shooting on the move. It's a very good side scraper, very good at shooting on the move. I think because of its slow pace, it really does suit city maps better. But we made it work. So just the Yag Panther. And I'm wondering, yeah, maybe I should sit this, just one tank left. Do I sit and get some cap points? Kind of, I don't really want to. I'm going to sit here, see if I can get another shot in. No, miss! This guy's about to die, so... There's no way I'm going to get any more damage out of this game, and there we go. Game is over. Quite a comfortable game in the end. Just an Ace Tanker and no other epic medals, but happy to have gotten it and sold the tank. Of course, that does mean I'm now playing the Black Prince. I think I've played about 2 games since rebuying it, but hopefully it's not going to take me too long to ace, because I don't like playing the Black Prince very much either. It's got pretty much the same problems as the Churchill 7. 2,469 damage, 4 kills, and 1196 XP, so happy with that. And, you know, tier 6, tier 7 game, I really can't complain that much. 33 shots fired, 24 hits, 18 pens. The penetration on the gun is not fantastic if you're bottom tier. The accuracy can be quite good, but the alpha damage is low, so happy with that particular damage. Spotted 2, damaged 8, destroyed 4, did 316 assistance damage, 25 base cap points, which left me on 41,000 credits with a premium account. 1794 XP on the first game of the day, left me on ×3, or it was a ×3 event actually, left me on 5,382. So very, very happy to have picked up the ace in the Churchill 7, very happy to have sold it. I really can't recommend the tank. It can be very, very good, but it's just too situational. When it's top tier in a city map, I think the Churchill 7 can be amazing, but that doesn't happen very often. When you're a tier 6 and a tier 8 game on a big open map with RT against tier 8s, yeah, it's not a very good tank. But anyway, there you go. Hopefully I'll be bringing you the Black Prince Ace Tanker sooner rather than later. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.